Hey YouTube, it's your boy Widgie here, coming at you with some more Age of Mythology today, and we've got another casted game here, and it is Victim of Integrity on the top right part of the map here, playing as Loki in the red, and on the bottom left part of the map we have Clovis Basilio here, playing as Set in the blue. So this was sent to me by Victim of Integrity, and we're going to see how things go down here, ladies and gents. Hopefully you're going to enjoy this one. It's a pretty wild game. I saw parts of it and I thought, you know what, I'm going to give this a cast. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. I am recovering from a cold at the moment. That's why my voice sounds a little bit different. Hopefully it's going to be okay though, and we're going to be having a look at the opening here. So I've sort of been playing Loki and Hades a little bit. I've started to get into Age of Mythology a bit. Stuff on the channel's coming out. I'm still primarily making Age of Empires 3 stuff, but Loki is one of my favorite gods at the moment, and the classic kind of opening and macro for Loki is the 7-4-4. It's 7 on food, 4 on wood, 4 on gold. That's kind of the opening. So I'm going to see how Victim of Integrity, aka Batawan here, does it. Batawan is currently, I think, rank 14 on the ladder at the moment on Extended Edition, which is what we're playing on, or casting on right now. So let's have a look over here at Clovis. Immediately going to be dropping those houses down around the Sentry Tower. Remembering that houses are completely free for the Egyptians. Everything costs gold primarily. It's a really big gold eco for Egyptians. It's definitely a lot different. We have the Pharaoh here empowering the granary, improving the gather rate, and the drop-off here of the food. And we also, at the top left, have the production here, which is fantastic. So we can see production of both. We can also see the god powers as well. It looks like Loki here. We just put the Fog of War on for Victim. Victim is harassing there a little bit. Starting to get some dwarves out. Very, very standard. Nice to sort of put the dwarves amongst the gatherers when you're training on the TC. And it's all about managing your gold here with Loki, and it can be very, very devastating. So unfortunately going to have to roll over and waste a little bit of time here getting to the caribou. Not the end of the world though for Victim. And remember, ladies and gents, if you are from Age of Empires 3, the rate of resource gathering is completely the opposite. So wood is the quickest, then it's gold, then it's food. That's how it works in Age of Mythology. So you kind of want to really prioritize getting these huntables first because of the gather rates. You can see here, if I hover over the gatherer, you can see the actual gather rates and stuff there depending. So 0.85 for a deer, whereas gatherables or sort of herdables are 0.73 and farms are 0.69. Okay. So we are ready to drop down that temple now for Victim. Going to be thinking about aging up very, very soon. Same for Clovis, slightly ahead here. Let's have a quick look at Clovis's vision. Is going to be moving out and going to be dropping down that granary. Trying to grab these deer on this side. And it's really, really crucial. Very early on, you kind of want to establish map control in this game. It's very different to Age of Empires 3. You have these, of course, these static settlements around the map. So it's very important to get out as early as you can. Try and get the huntables because they are the best thing to get. So we can see 6 cows here for Clovis. Very, very good. Starting to box in the sentries here. It's a classic thing for Egypt because, as I mentioned, houses are free. And soon going to be ready to age up. Let's have a look back at Victim here. Has dropped the temple, putting down a house. And yes, we are seeing the age up for Faceti here. So this improvement helps your Ulfsarks and your Hersers. And now we do see 6 gatherers rolling over from that other huntable. Going to be most likely going over to the top part here. And it's going to be going for those deer as well. So look, we've got a lot of dwarves here. Perfect amount of dwarves. You kind of want to always be aging up when you've got 4 dwarves on your gold mine. I'm still a bit rusty with this age up because it is tricky. But as you can see, we've got the 7-4-4 macro here. Absolutely perfect. And now we're starting to train Hersers immediately. And the age up is in, and boom, we've got our troll here and slapping down that healing spring in base, just in case there's any kind of pressure. I believe with sets, there are a lot of... you can get quite a bit of aggression from set players in the strategy that they do. So I think it's probably just a safer bet for Victim here to not go out onto the map here. So sometimes when you play low-key and you want to do the classic low-key Hersa rush, a lot of the time you kind of want to get out into the map. But sometimes you can just take a defensive approach. And this is the defensive approach here. Something good for walling in your towers as well is just using pieces of wooden wall. They're only 3 coin each, and it saves you having to build houses and spend a lot of wood. So that is also an option, and I've seen higher level players do that as well. So now we're starting to get some Hersas. Going to be trying to harass Clovis here a little bit. We do see the Wadjet coming out with the age up from Clovis here as well. And we just put Clovis's Fog of War on. Going to be dropping a barracks. Remember, look, barracks only 75 coin here for the Egyptians, but this gold mine is in a terrible spot. It's really, really rough. We do have the gold mine here. Not too sure why Clovis decided to go out onto this gold mine so sort of early into the game. Is going to get harassed, and it's going to be forced back onto the original gold mine here, just sort of southeast of the TC. You do see the Wadjet. Let's have a look. You can see the Wadjet here. Does have a regeneration effect. And does spit out that horrible stuff. But the Hersas are going to try and get on top of it. Going to be able to do some serious damage here. Remembering that hero units excel against myth units, guys. If you didn't know that, if you are new to Age of Mythology. Second rack's coming down now for Clovis. And going for the classic kind of fast heroic, it looks like. A lot of Egyptian players do this, especially like with Ra, for example. Going for the fast heroic. It's very, very good. And the reason it is because Egypt are so good at gathering coin. You can empower the mining camp here. It means that you can macro a lot easier to get your 800 food and your 500 coin so you can get into heroic, which is the third age. And we're seeing that exactly here. And also, your towers upgrade for free as well when you age up. So it helps. It really, really does help Egyptian players to be very defensive. And what do we see here? We do see Victim probably thinking about going for the age up now as well. Going to be dropping down that armory. And armory is required for you to get into heroic age. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. And we see the macro here, of course, for that as well. And interestingly, we do see on the top left here, you can see the production queue, as I've mentioned. And we do see a lot of military units now coming out for Clovis, which is really good, actually, because what Victim has done here is kind of sort of lured Clovis into a false sense of security. Clovis might have the idea that, you know, Victim is going to want to keep rushing, putting pressure on an H2. But in fact, behind this Hersa play here, we are seeing a macro for age 3, for heroic age, which is really, really nice. We do have the Hersa upgrade as well, coming in, the 300 wood upgrade. Which is providing quite a lot. We can see if we just right click, it is the Hall of Thanes, 300 wood and 10 favor, increases Hersa HP and adds a serious amount of movement as well, which is nice. And we're going to get those random spawning myth units, of course, that we like to see. The Einharja here is going to be working on the tower and going to put a little bit of pressure here. Clovis actually making quite a decent amount of units here, Axemen and Spearmen. And hopefully these Hersas can easily maneuver through the base because they're so fast. Look at this. We do see the classic extended edition does kind of sort of jutter around a little bit. The units do move a little bit strange in the extended edition compared to the Vubli. But it is what it is, ladies and gents. So Victim doing a fantastic job. And look at this macro. Got a little bit too much gold here, but it's going to be ready any minute now. Look at this. We've got 13 dwarves on the gold here. Very, very good. Great economy. Score is relatively even for both at the moment, and we're already seeing some walling here. This is kind of more of an advanced thing, ladies and gents, is getting your walls sorted out on the map. It's actually quite a big thing in Age of Mythology. Walling and trying to claim the map is quite important. So we can see, look at this mass here of Spearmen and Axemen. Very, very terrifying, and a Wadjet behind there as well. Clovis is actually Is Clovis in age 3? No, I thought Clovis was. Clovis actually hasn't been able to do that at all, and is going to be putting... Yeah, that's very unusual, actually. Going to be honest. I thought Clovis was actually had the age up on, but has not. So just gone for a lot of units here as an age 2 kind of timing push here. Very, very interesting. A classical timing push, and is actually going to be able to get a nice surround here on this main gold line. Look at this, absolutely beautiful. Can Victim get away from this? Can he spot it in time? He has managed to now get into the next stage. Big old battle boar is going to be spawning, and he has access to the flaming weapons here. Look at this. Huge amount, double damage to non-myth and siege units. And yeah, he's going to have to back up here. Unfortunately, he's going to lose a few dwarves here. Maybe, oh my god, maybe 3 or 4 dwarves. That's absolutely massive here. A lot of eels going down. And he's managing to start to get battle boars out. He's got a decent amount of gold income. Battle boars costing 250 coin and 25 favor. So yeah, this is kind of the play for Loki. When you get into heroic, you kind of want to just mass hearses, load of battle boars, and then you want to do a great flaming weapon timing. It's absolutely huge, does insane amount of damage. And of course, with all your hearses, it's just going to constantly keep spawning myth units randomly as well. So we do spot a obelisk here as well. And I think Clovis here, not too sure if Clovis wants to think about aging up at all.
Into you, Gary.
We don't see that age up yet at all from Clovis. And interestingly, we don't actually see a second TC from any of the players either. Both on 1 TC. Quite normal for Loki to be on 1 TC for a lot of the time. A couple of spearmen on the north side going to try and harass the dwarves on the mining. On the gold mine there, but these boars are absolutely going to do some serious damage. Now, Egyptian axemen excel quite well against hearses. They do have a bonus if you just quickly look here. Their bonus damage is against infantry. So, oh, look at that great spawn there. Random spawn of the frost giant, going to be able to lock down a couple of those units. Absolutely fantastic. 3 battle boars now out on the field now. Absolute clear up. A fantastic flaming weapon timing there. And remember, there's still 30 seconds left of this. So, you know, Victim of Integrity here, he kind of wants to continue. He wants to get the most out of his flaming weapons if possible. And we can see now a couple of the hearses are meeting. And now we do see the age 3 now coming in for Clovis. Is going to spawn the Scorpion Man and has the good old ancestors here where it summons 13 minions. And they're like kind of little creepy skeleton men. They're kind of really, really strange looking. And they just like spawn everywhere. Can be very, very devastating. And now we are going to be seeing a good old forward hill fort here. Trying to secure this gold mine on the north side. And yeah, from now on out, it's kind of just hearses and battle boars. Not going to lie. We do see that we've got one longhouse here. And of course, we've got the market dropping down. But yeah, it's pretty much hearse production at the moment. And I imagine we probably want to maybe get some armor upgrades if we haven't already. I don't know if we do. We actually don't. I think like pierce armor upgrades is pretty good for the hearses because their pierce armor is only 15. I mean, their hack armor is only 20% as well, to be honest. But look, we do see Scorpion Man. Look at this absolutely insane myth unit here. 25 base damage. A lot of resistance as well. Battle Boar, however, has insane pierce armor. Very, very good, because it is basically a massive golden boar. And Hearst is going to be able to try and lock down a few of these axemen. Are we going to get any pops? Yes, we are. There it is. Another battle boar coming in. We now have 3 battle boars. One of the reasons why I love Loki so much. So much fun. We actually got 4 battle boars in total at the moment. Bit of an issue with food at the moment. Not too sure why. I think we might have a few idols potentially lurking around. Not too sure why we don't have any food gathering here for Victim. I think he's just continuing to constantly mine coin here and just get battle boars. He's actually starting to get these units here, which is the Bogs Vegas. They do bonus damage to myth units and set animals. So basically they're kind of like Hersa archers, and that's what we're seeing. Anyway, look at this. Managing to sneak behind the Migdol here. And he's coming through. Let's have a look at his fog of war here. Going to be going in for a nice Hersa raid. Is he going to find anyone? Yes, he is. One villager going down. And look at all this gold that he is collecting. It's kind of insane. I'm not too sure what's going on with the food production, though. Okay, he's going to be buying all that food. Look at that. Interesting. He's just going to buy all that food there. Use all that gold to buy all that food. Very, very interesting. Not going to be actually gathering or getting farms or anything like that. Hersers are going to be able to probably get another villager here. And that is a lot of axemen. That is a scary amount. We don't actually have... Do we have any upgrades? We only have the medium axeman upgrade. No kind of armory upgrades for any of these units. See, I don't know whether it's me or not, but I like to get armor upgrades quite early when I play. Not mega early, but like 15 minutes in, I would have at least had one upgrade, but we don't see that. Hersers are going to try and dance around here. Just their movement speed is just immense. 5.73. Axemen only at 4.3. Going to try and get a wooden wall here to block. Unfortunately, that does not happen. And Victim here managing to skulk his way through. And as he's doing this, he's actually macroed, ladies and gents, for the Myth Age. He's going to be aging up for Hell here. Goddess of the Underworld. And her improvements target Myth units. There we go. So Victim has basically just done this same kind of strat for both of the ages. So he did it when it was classical. He used the Hersers to harass a little bit, distract the opponent, try and make the opponent play more of an age 2, and behind the Herser timing, macroing for that heroic age. And he's done exactly the same here to get him into Mythic, which is absolutely massive. But the interesting thing is he hasn't had anyone on food for ages. He's just simply been buying the food, which is kind of crazy. I don't know if this is even a thing, but I guess it is. I mean, it's kind of wild, really. We do see there are a couple of bears here providing 400 food. There's a little bit on the map still. I mean, he has scouted that there's one bear there, but he hasn't bothered to go over there. But very interesting. He's also got berry bushes here as well. But I don't know. Seems kind of unusual. I don't know whether it is buying this much food and just not getting any food, but he is now starting to do it. A really, really scary timing here coming in for Clovis. Going to just be working on that hill fort as best he can. Starting to get some chariots here. So all you need to worry, like chariots are a very, very sort of popular unit with the Egyptians. Just treat chariots like archers. So you kind of want to make raiding cavalry or some kind of cav unit to kind of do well against those. And we now do see, what was that spawned? It is a mighty fire giant. Look at these guys. Absolute monsters. They do cost coin once again. It's just coin. And this is the thing, you know, both in the heroic and mythic age for Loki, battle boars and fire giants just costing coin. You know, favor is generated by fighting for Loki, and look at all the favor that's going to be going up here. And we're just now making fire giants non-stop. And we do now see the Nidhogg coming in here, which is the myth ability, the god ability, sorry. Going to be doing some serious work here. And we got another spawn. What have we got? A troll is coming in, ladies and gents. And the battle boar's just going to be trying to do what they can do here. And there's not a lot of priests here to deal with the amount of myth units that we're actually seeing. It's kind of insane. And slowly, the army's starting to go down. We do see some training of mercenary cavalry from the town centre of Clovis here. But that Einherjar, however you pronounce the Einherjar, doing the call there, boosting the attack damage of all these units, is kind of insane. And we've got the Bogsies here doing some serious work as well. Frost Giant going to be holding up here. Look at that, 70% pierce armor and another spawn. I think that was a fire giant. Absolutely insane. So look at all these fire giants now. 6 fire giants on the way. Look at the amount of damage they do. They're absolutely going to rip through these TCs here. Well, this TC, definitely. Look at it going down. Ladies and gentlemen, it's just insane. The fire giant mass is happening. And we've got another fire giant coming in from the temple here. Pretty much all gatherers are on gold here to just constantly keep pumping out these fire giants. Look at their pierce armor. 80%. Oh, Oh my lord. That was absolutely beautiful. Now, the Fire Giant's special attack, if we just have a look here, the special attack is the Firestorm. So 3 fireballs fly out for 25 hack and 15 crush each. So really, really effective against buildings. Absolutely amazing. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. Look at this Migdol. This Migdol's going to be going down easy. Absolutely easy here. More Fire Giants on the way. I think all the hearses are dead. I think we definitely want to be getting more hearses out. We want to be able to spawn more of those Fire Giants or Frost Giants or Hill Giants or whatever wants to spawn out. It's kind of insane with Loki. It's a really, really fun god. We have 8 Fire Giants, ladies and gents, coming down on the battlefield. What are they going to find? What are they going to find? Here we go, ladies and gents. Ooh. Wow. Absolutely insane. Oh, my lord. Just the amount of damage. It's the special ability. It's the 3 fireballs. If you've got 8 Fire Giants, you're talking 24 fireballs flying around. And now we're going to be seeing them working it. Oh, here we go. They're all ready again. They've got their special ability all charged up, ready to go. There's a lot of vills here. Boom! There it is. Tower going down in one shot. Another house down. Nice and easy. And yeah, it's looking pretty rough here now for Clovis, to be honest. I mean, he needs to make a lot of priests, and a lot of priests quick. And we just heard, I think that was that another Fire Giant getting spawned, or was that a Battle Boar? I don't even know anymore. We do see the Nidhogg here. Not much left of this one. That is going to be going down, but it's just going to be working on the town centre. And the Fire Giants just bowling on through. They just don't care. They just do it. Oh, no. Oh! Oh, no. That's huge. And this Pharaoh is going to be a bit of a problem, but with this many Fire Giants, it's not going to be a problem, ladies and gents. And there it is. The GG. Hope you guys enjoyed that. A fantastic game, really showing off how fun Loki is, and also showing off the fact that you don't have to always play Loki as in putting a 4 temple out. You don't always have to do that. If you think there's a chance that you could lose it, or maybe, you know, you could get rushed potentially, then there is no harm in putting the temple in a defensive position at home, dropping down your healing spring as well, just in case, so you can heal your units if you are under a lot of pressure. And we only saw 1 longhouse going down as well. And it was just a simple fact of maybe training 8 or 9 hearses, then thinking about macroing to that heroic age. And it works fantastically. And these Fire Giants just are a lot of fun. Did we actually get any? We didn't actually get any upgrades for the hearses here at all. No armor upgrades. No armory upgrades at all here. Kind of crazy. So there we go, ladies and gents. Of course, let me know down in the comments below what you thought about this. Are you going to be picking up Age of Mythology? I would recommend picking up the extended edition. It's on Steam. This is the extended edition right here. You can jump on, just start laddering. You can play against the AI. You can play the fantastic campaign. And of course, if you are new to the channel and you do know about Age of Mythology and you're quite a veteran of it, then of course, please let me know down in the comments below if there was anything I missed in this cast. And of course, guys, I will catch you in the next video or the next stream.